Okay, guys, so hopefully you watched the video on the discriminant. If not, you need to watch that first. Now, this video, guys, trust me, is not that hard to understand. Listen and watch carefully. So, I assigned this to you a few days ago. If it's not in your assignment list for whatever reason, and you can't find it again, guys, just type this in the search window, right? Search number of solutions of quadratic equations in Khan Academy, of course. It'll pop up for you. I want you to do this. Watch how straightforward this is. You ready? So, again, there's the title. Now, if you look at the graph right here, guys, notice it crossed right here at -2 and right here at +2. We have two real solutions, right? So the discriminant, is it positive, negative, or zero? You hopefully understand that it's going to be positive. That's what you're going to answer down there. Whenever you get a positive, we're talking about the b squared minus 4ac, right? The square root part of the quadratic formula. Whenever you get a positive number, you know you could take the square root of that positive number. You're going to do a plus and minus with that positive number. Hence, you're going to have two answers. See how simple and basic that is, guys? All right, let's look at another one. This time, they did not give us a graph. They gave us the equation, though. So, what is the value of the discriminant? Well, let's do it. We have the square root, and the b is 12, so we're going to do 12 squared minus 4 times our a, watch your signs, is -4, times c, which is -9. Let me see if I did it on, no, I didn't do it. I was wondering if I did it on the calculator. But anyways, so guys, that means we have the square root, and I'm just going to go ahead and do this on my calculator. If you look at the bottom of my screen, you can see I got my calculator work there. I did 12 squared minus 4 times -4 times -9. In other words, I did b squared minus 4ac, right? I got a 0. Guys, do you agree the square root of 0 is 0? And whenever you plus or minus a 0, you're going to have the same number. So how many x-intercepts will your graph have? It'll have one that's repeating. As a matter of fact, since they did not do the graph for us, guys, here's what it's going to look like. Let's say this is our coordinate system. Your graph is going to look something like this. You ought to understand this. It's going to touch somewhere on the x-axis at exactly one point. It's going to be the vertex of your parabola, okay? That's what we call a double root does. So when the discriminant is 0, you have a double root. You have one repeating answer. And it's actually going to be the vertex for the quadratic. Okay? All right, let's do another one. Now, guys, this one, notice, if you look at the graph up here, what's the one thing it doesn't do? It doesn't touch down here, does it? Well, guys, this does not have, it has basically 0 roots, right? It's not crossing the x-axis down here, is it? It's not crossing this x-axis that I just marked in purple. So guess what, guys? When there are no real roots, that means it must have been a negative. In other words, if we did the math, we'd have the square root of some negative something, some negative value. And we can't do square roots of negatives, right? And that's why there's no real answers. But guys, whenever you see a quadratic that does not cross x, you know the discriminant was negative. I think I have one more example to work with you guys. Yes, I do. So guys, let's do it again. We're going to do the square root. We have -10 squared, b squared minus 4 times our a, which is 25, times our c. Now what's weird, of course, and Mr. Khan will do this to us, is we have a very similar answer. This, guys, comes out to be the square root of 0 again. Right? So, the value is 0. How many x-intercepts we have? We would say with a 0, 1. And again, the difference though with the last one, guys, is see how it's a positive x squared? So ours is going to look something like this instead. That right there is going to be our one and only double root. It'll be the vertex of our quadratic. Okay? So anyways, guys, hopefully this makes sense. So just as a quick reminder, if the b squared minus 4ac, also called the discriminant, is positive, you're going to have 2 real roots. If it's a 0, you're going to have 1 real root, a double root. And if the discriminant is a square root of a negative, in other words, the discriminant is negative, then you're going to have a picture like this where you have no or 0 roots. See you around, guys.